Welcome to Casa de Confidence, a podcast for you. You'll hear some incredible women
and some awesome, cool dudes
going confidently in the direction of their dreams and living in the purpose of their heart.
You're our host,
Julie DeLucca-Collins, and you are our sidekick. Hashtag handsome hot husband.
That again.
And the producer of the show.
That I am.
I am an author, speaker, coach, dreamer, and most of all,
we help people go in the direction of their dreams
and support them on their purpose. So pull up a chair,
grab a drink,
and make yourself at home because our casa
is your casa. Welcome back to Casa de Confidence. It is the last day of 2023. We had the 12 days of Casa
Christmas.
But
I don't even know.
We had 12 episodes that we dropped in a row. But I wasn't involved in the intro on those.
No, you were not involved in the intro.
We just released Julie's interviews.
That's right.
I know you missed me.
I did miss you.
I'm talking to the listeners.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I did not have a chance to miss you. You know why? Because you've been here for the last week.
I know. I've had the week off of my day job.
I was thinking about how I'm going to miss waking up in the morning and having you downstairs on the couch because you left the bed so early.
I know. I would come down. I didn't want to disturb you, and I couldn't shake off the early morning rising.
Dan, you snore. Disturbing. We're past that.
I have my CPAP, so you don't hear me snore for the most part.
For the most part. You don't disturb me. You never disturb me.
Oh, okay. Yet you brought it up.
Oh, my God. Is this how it's going to be?
Today, maybe.
Listen, today's the last day of the year.
Get the poison out. It's the last day of the year.
Get the poison out. Wow, why you got to be so negative?
Anyway, thank you very much. I am eating a delightful breakfast. We had some ham.
This is not a delightful breakfast. This is brunch.
You know why it's good?
It's brunch.
Oh, it's brunch. Mm-hmm. Because you bought the only thing that was really good at Red Lobster.
Listen,
their biscuit mix.
Yeah, I don't know what possessed me. I mean, you know, I don't usually like to buy these prepackaged things, but they look good. I must have been hungry when I was shopping.
It's very salty, though, in retrospect here.
Really?
I'm eating one right now, and it is a mouthful of salt. It's not your fault. It's the mix. But I'm a person that doesn't...
Do salt?
I don't appreciate lobster.
Oh, yeah. You don't appreciate lobster. You're correct.
Some people say, well, at least they had lobsters there. No. We don't have a Red Lobster anymore, do we?
Yeah, there's Red Lobsters somewhere. I mean, we don't go there.
I thought ours closed.
I don't know. I mean, I've never been to Red Lobster in Connecticut.
Been? Oh.
I mean, I can't remember. I think the last time I was in Red Lobster, I was still working for Huntington Learning Centers.
Oh, so it was in New Jersey? Or
I was traveling for them, and it was in Florida somewhere. Oh. And we went with a group of people, and that's where they chose to go, and that's why I went with them.
Okay. It's good. At least it's,
So, that was the last time I worked for Huntington was 2008. So it's been a long time since I've been to a Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I want to tell you something that I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate.
One thing about Red Lobster.
Oh, you're back to that? Okay.
So, part of my childhood, I grew up in Maine on the coast. Mm-hmm. So.
You're a Mainer? Is that how you call it? A Manian?
A maniac.
A maniac. A Mainer? What is the proper way?
You know what? I don't know. I know Connecticut's weird. They call us nutmegs.
A nutmegger. You're a nutmegger.
A nutmeg state.
People don't know that, though. When I
say know. That's a very old reference.
When I say my husband is the native nutmegger, people are like,
I don't use that.
What?
That's like colonial reference there. That's a very old reference.
Well, maybe Connecticut should have like
I don't even think Connecticut grows nutmeg anymore. I don't know. What I was really trying to say is, I grew up in Maine. We had a lot of great seafood, and right here, we're not very far from the ocean either. We get good food here.
There is a
Good
new
seafood.
restaurant.
You never have to go to a chain like that.
You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if you like chains.
If you're in this area.
Yeah, if we like chains, then Red Lobster may be the place for you.
You can get cheaper, better.
Cheaper, better?
Cheaper and better.
Yes. Listen.
Locally.
I want to talk about wrapping up the year.
Ooh.
So Dan and I went to have a wrap up of the year meeting. And we went to the coffee shop. The coffee shop slash brewery, because they have both in one place. And we did not have beer. We had coffee. Mm-hmm. And we started to review our year.
Oh my God. You know what stat I want to know is how many interviews did you do this year?
Okay. For the podcast or for the radio show?
I know it's a big number.
Okay. For the radio show, I interviewed 189 people.
189 people?
Yeah.
Hey, we say that number different.
Okay.
It's a local thing. Say the number.
189.
You said 100 the first time.
Okay, whatever.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
You're picking on me. That's
Mr. English. No, a lot of people say 100.
100.
I'm not picking.
Okay.
I'm not picking. I'm just saying
How many people do you think I interviewed for the Casa de Confidence podcast?
So 100 and how many for the radio show?
189.
189. Mm-hmm. And how many for Casa de Confidence?
Yes.
Casa de Confidence, okay, let me see, 62.
56.
Oh, that's spot on because...
It's spot on?
Well, there's not that many weeks in the year.
Okay, well, but I interviewed typically more than one person a week.
That was a pretty good estimate, though.
Sure, because you should know. Okay, so now
it's roughly the weeks in the year. I figured you had a couple in the can.
Sure. So now, wait. What were the top 2 episodes for the podcast?
This year? Mm-hmm. You know what?
You'll be surprised.
I do not know.
You'll be surprised.
Can I do it by topic?
I don't know how you will, but okay, go ahead. By topic. There's 2 top episodes, and I kind of went and crunched numbers.
Number 1 is about a confident person you interviewed, and number 2 is about another confident person you interviewed.
Wow,
sounds
what
like
a cop out! Now, pick of the people. Like, who do you think?
I really have a hard time. Who's the sex? The sex?
No.
No?
Sex did not make the top.
Sex does not sell anymore in this world?
Well, not apparently not in our show. It doesn't. Okay. So
your listeners have discerning tastes.
Okay, so listen.
What was that?
One of the top episodes was Walking the Camino de Santiago.
Ooh.
A spiritual journey with wine and wisdom featuring Pastor Jeremiah Gibbs.
That makes sense.
Okay. Want to know what the other one was? Navigating the World of Supplements. Expert advice and tips with Kate Mahoney.
Cool.
Friend of the show.
Yep. That's cool.
Pretty cool.
People wanted to be informed.
And then, look, 3 other big wins for me. Want to know?
Yes.
Okay, I bet you can't guess them.
Okay. Big ones for you?
Yeah, 3 big wins for me.
Oh, big wins for you.
Yeah, big things that happened to me this year.
You're a TEDx speaker?
Okay.
That's a big one.
Sure, that's one of them. Oh, I made a noise.
You did make a noise.
It's
did. Fine.
That's you.
You know what?
Okay, what else?
You. Is it personal or business?
It's a combination.
A combination.
Listen, you were involved with both of them, by the way.
Okay. You're just going to have to tell me. People are not.
I hosted my first summit, the Purposeful You Summit.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh, how can you forget? You had to edit all those files.
Very good. And you had your first live retreat.
That's correct. Ding, 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 ding.
See, you stirred up the gray matter.
I stirred up the gray matter. Hey, isn't it interesting how all of my big wins always require a big lift from your part?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Maybe.
Well, not the TEDx. I mean, how did you...
Do you have any coaches that can help me in people pleasing?
And listen, I can introduce you to a few.
No, I know when I need my self-care, and I know when to say no. So I
And
think
you
I'm
say
good
no
there.
quite often sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's a lot of things that I want.
No is not a 4-letter word.
But it's a complete sentence.
Literally.
But it's a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. Yeah. Oh, that should be someone's tagline.
So yes, and sometimes people should say yes to doing things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guilty of not saying yes sometimes when I should.
Yeah.
Go out and have fun and do stuff.
Anyhow, so so those are some of the big wins. And then my word for the year, people, it was a compound word. If you remember, it was action adventure. And by the way, I don't know if I necessarily would say that I had the type of action and adventure that I wanted, because I really envisioned traveling a lot, going abroad. But the only travel I did was to Georgia to spend a lot of time with my mom while she recovered, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Yes. Well, that kind of changed.
And that was a gift.
The complexion of the year. So,
yeah.
And I have to say, life with you is always an adventure.
It should be. My gosh. I'm an upgrade.
You're a what?
Upgrade. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. See, this is all the stored up conversation. Oh, wow. And by the way, I did discover my favorite podcast of all time, and that's Diary of a CEO. And if people are not listening, they should check it out.
Well, you listen to audio, just the video on YouTube? I listen to both.
I play it on the show. I know I'm bumping the microphone. It's been a while since you and I have been together. So I Stephen Bartlett, check him out. But by the way,
does he do the same?
It's the same.
He doesn't do separate?
No, he doesn't do separate. He records on video and then he puts it on the podcast. Cool. And he does a lot of he has created separate channels for some of the highlights of the conversations with guests. So he's actually creating multiple ways for people to find him. So I'm learning a lot from that. And by the way, he has these cards in the Diary of a CEO. He usually interviews someone, and then that person leaves a question for the next person on the show.
Right.
So he took all the questions that these CEOs have written in the diary, and he put them in cards. And I'm going to be asking people that.
That's the cards you got.
Yeah. So now, okay.
Oh,
Dan,
no. I think I'm getting asked something difficult. I don't know. I don't know if I can
pick a card.
I want
pick a card.
The one in the middle.
No, because I don't want you to say that I picked something difficult for you. I want you to do it yourself.
Okay.
Don't bend my cards, though. You know how I feel about that.
Really? I want this one there.
Okay. So let's...
The one I just bent.
This one? Oh, my God. This one you want?
Yeah, let me pick a second one, too.
Okay.
That way I got choices.
Well, you can also ask me.
Ask you what? Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So... this is the question.
All right.
You want this question from Simon Sinek or from Jay Shetty?
Oh, Jay Shetty.
Okay. If you were on your deathbed and could leave only one lesson behind, what would it be?
Pause.
What does that mean?
That means don't be reactive. Pause. Take a minute. Process the situation. And then move forward. It's a patience thing. And that's, so many people react based on what they think the other person is trying to convey, thinking or feeling, but they really don't know what's in that other person's head. So just be patient with one another. And there's so many people that are divided because they think that other person thinks one way when they, in actuality, probably don't or might not. So pause, take a beat. Take a beat.
Take a beat. I think that's really good advice.
Thank you.
However, here's
I mean,
something.
there's all kinds of other stuff too that I could say, but that's the one thing that I guess that's
Yeah.
on my mind right now.
You're right. For the people who are listening and want to pause and struggle with pausing, don't beat yourself up, because part of the reason we have a hard time pausing is that our lives are in automaticity. Automaticity.
How do you fix that though?
Awareness. The more mindfulness you become, the more you give yourself the ability to sit in silence, to be aware, to notice.
So if you've built an automation
Mm-hmm.
in your life, or an automation has been established in your life,
Mm-hmm.
how do you how do you become aware of that?
So there's many automations that we have in our lives. So the biggest thing to notice is the thing that you want to change, and realize that it's not going to happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And then give yourself the intention to say, hey, I don't want to snap at people.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're having conversations with people, then picture yourself and use the future self concept, right? Use like, how do you want to choose to show up? Who do you want to choose to be? And what does it take? Like, if you are the person that doesn't snap at people and it's short of patience, then picture yourself doing like reacting. Like, how do you choose to react? Maybe take a beat. Maybe you're going to start practicing taking a deep breath and counting to 5. You know what I started doing? I have a bad habit that when I say goodbye to an interview, I say,
Mm-hmm.
don't forget, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, right? That's typically something that I say. And then I hit end. And sometimes I don't give the guest an opportunity to say something else, like thank you or whatever. And I started to notice that I was cutting people off. Even though that was my automation, I started to notice that I was doing it. And then I decided, okay, if that's what I do, I'm going to say, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. And then I'm going to take a breath and count to 5.
Gotcha.
And then I press done.
So, I thought it was just because you like getting the last word in.
I do like getting the last word in.
No, I understand that. That's cool. And that's the other thing too, is I think the path to discovering automations is first of all, attacking your pain point, attacking what's bothering you, what bothers you about yourself or what's bothering you.
Yeah.
And digging into getting to the root cause, ask your whys.
Mm-hmm.
And you become wise by asking your whys. And that is, that search for that knowledge. And often when you ask your whys, if people don't know, 5 whys.
Yes.
You ask yourself why 5 times to get to your root cause. You should, on that journey, by the time you get to that 5th why, know what the root cause of the problem may be.
Absolutely.
Is. And along that way, you can discover some automation, stuff that you're doing automatically that may be positive, but some automations that may be keeping you from changing the thing that is causing you pain or keeping you from going to the next level.
Amazing. And hey, I want to definitely leverage the concept of the future self again this year. I don't have a word for the year yet. Stay tuned for that. I've been working on it. I thought I had one and then I forgot what it was. So it must have not been a good word.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what my word of the year is.
Okay. So wait, before you say it, here's how you create your word of the year for people who are not sure. Think about who you want to be in a year from now. Think about how you want to feel in a year from now. Think about the things that you want to accomplish in a year from now. And as you're thinking of those things, you're going to start to see, okay, if I want to feel, like I'm in shape, I want to be healthy, like how is that going to make you feel? Or how do you need to feel On the days that you need to maybe go to the gym or you need to be eating healthy and choose the salad instead of the cheeseburger, right? So think about the actions that you have to do to get to where you want to go. And then say, okay, what do I need to feel? What do I need to do? For me, I wanted to, when I was feeling very lonely and isolated because I work from home, I knew that I wanted to have connection. I knew that I wanted to build a community. I knew that I wanted to connect with other people. And that's exactly what I did. That was my word, connection. So it reminded me of the actions that I needed to take or why I was doing the things that I was doing. So that's the process that I use. And typically I recommend people use, and most people that, teach word of the year, that's usually what they teach. So now your turn. What's your word?
You want to know my word? I think you already know it. I think I said it enough in the last 5 minutes that it's pretty obvious.
Patience?
I said it at least 5 times.
Oh, I have no idea.
Really?
I was listening, but not hearing you, I guess.
My word of the year is why.
Why?
Exactly. Because it's my tool to unbury knowledge, unbury things that I have known in my past, things that I don't know and I won't know until the future. So I think why is that thing. I'll ask myself why, and why will be that word on the tip of my brain whenever I want a second serving of food, whenever I want to take a nap, whenever I don't want to do something that I need to do, and also create space to learn new things. So I think
nice.
I think why is my word, and that's
will why help you get to the goals that you have for yourself for the new year?
Absolutely.
And to the vision of the person you want to become?
It'll help take down the blockages.
Interesting.
The blockages that keep me from those goals.
Well, I like your like where you're going with that. Very nice. Yeah. Good for you for having a why.
So it's
and a word.
Well, this is the thing. It's all great and jolly to have a word, but I think the why is a powerful word that is a tool. It's not just an image of your goal. It's a tool to reach your goals. Mm-hmm. And that's part of breaking automaticity. That is
automaticity
that could be stopping you from reaching your goals. So yeah.
Awareness is incredibly key. You know what you should do too, but this is the coach in me.
I'm getting coached. Well, you're not supposed to coach me. I'm your husband.
I'm not coaching you. I'm just saying. I'm just suggesting as a wife, not as a coach.
Okay.
You should go through the PQ program.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Because it'll make you more aware. It will help you solidify why you do the things that you do. It will help you be present in the moment to remember to ask yourself why. Because if you're in automation, you may forget to ask yourself why, even though that's your word.
Got it.
So just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. I know a coach that can help you with that.
Very cool. Who's that?
Pearl Chirenza.
Good old Pearl. So.
Oh, Pearl Chirenza can help you with that.
Oh, as you can tell today, people, this is our last day of the year, New Year's episode. We don't have a guest today.
Hey, what?
We never said that. It's just me.
We never said that. Yeah, it's one of these solo episodes.
Oh, well, it says it in the show notes. You knew what you were coming to when you saw it splash on your screen.
Hey, we are debuting also our new cover art for the podcast.
Are we doing that today?
Yeah, we're doing that today.
Okay.
We got some listener feedback.
Oh, I thought I was going to tweak. Comments. I thought I was going to tweak it a little bit.
I think we're good to go.
Okay.
Good to go.
All right. Very cool.
Yes. And then the other thing. Okay. Do you want to ask me a question from the cards? Ask me a question.
I'm just going to pull any
just
card.
Pick one. Just okay. But all right. I reserve the right to ask you to change the question.
I reserve the right. find the hardest card I can
Oh
find.
my God. Don't look at the cards. Just
I'm
pick
not
one.
looking. I picked one from the middle. All right. This is in script.
Okay. Because it's the handwriting of the CEO.
This one's from Jay Shetty.
Again, you're asking me the same question?
I pulled a card. It says Jay Shetty.
Okay. Is it the same question I asked
Oh my
you?
God, it's the same card.
Oh my God, Daniel.
It's the same card.
I'm not answering the same question.
I pulled it randomly.
I know, but come on.
Holy
People probably
come
want to have
on.
another one.
That's kind of funny though, right?
Yeah, very funny.
Jeez, what does that mean, people? You know what? Give us a review or throw a comment wherever you can. Go to Julie's Instagram and make a post or whatever and tell me why I pulled the same card as Julie out of a deck of like 100 cards. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost magic.
Go ahead. Magic.
All right. This is from Tali Sharot.
Okay.
Or Sharot. I hope one of those pronunciations correct.
Okay.
If you could say one thing to a family member you've lost, one, who would it be? Two, what would you say? And three, why?
I would say it to my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I would say thank you for making me an independent woman who loves to lead and is full of perseverance. And I would say that to her because, first of all, she was an incredible influence in my life from a very early age. Second of all, because there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think of her in some of the lessons that she shared with me in life. And I know that tenacity, perseverance, and the things that keep me going, even when I am in the like, wah, wah, poor me, wah, wah. I keep going. I show up again. And I do that because I saw her do that. And I was told that, that's what you do in life. So
very cool.
That would be it.
Very nice.
Now, I also want to be associated with one concept, a word, an idea, a phrase that helps people spread their wings. And I have to decide what that's going to be.
Okay. So you have to decide how to do that?
Yeah, I'm going to be working on that.
Oh, very good. That sounds like a great thing to be.
I mean, for the most part, I am hoping that people can say, well,
one thing.
When we think of confidence, we think of Julie. When we think of habits, and we think of Julie. I mean, I would like that, but I don't know if that's the case, So that's just a thought. And by the way, what are we doing tonight for New Year's Eve?
We're going to a friend's house. And we are going to spend the evening there. And got somebody who's going to be watching the doggies for us. So that's cool. We were going to bring them originally, but
Dan doesn't.
It's a lot of dogs because they have two.
They have 2 dogs and we have 3. And then that could be like a whole shit show.
And one of our dogs he had a slight cough. So I don't want to make their dog sick.
Yeah, so my poor doggies are going to be alone. I hope there's no fireworks because,
here.
Yeah, we're going to be alone for that.
Yeah, they will be alone. Anyway, they'll be downstairs in here.
Yeah.
All cuddled together. So.
All cuddled together for sure.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to be grateful for.
New England they don't do fireworks.
Yeah, our neighborhood does fireworks.
Not all the time on New Year's. New Year's that's like a Florida thing. So.
Indeed. Oh, and look, someone's making an entrance. Hi, Simba. Thanks for sharing your bells with us.
So, what else do we have to share today?
I wanted to also say that I have some exciting things coming up for the new year. I am launching a course. And that is coming out in February. Stay tuned also for some big happenings with the podcast. You will still get your content and great guests coming your way. Oh, I did do this. I said it in another show, and I'll say it here. I actually have 5 big names that I am going to be lobbying to have on this podcast for this year. So 5 big names. Want to know who they are?
You going to name the names that you're lobbying for?
Yes, there's 5 people.
Okay.
Marie Forleo would be 1.
Okay.
Brene Brown would be 2.
Cool.
Ali Abdaal would be 3.
Cool.
Stephen Bartlett, of course, would be 4. And Dr. Huberman, Dr. Andrew Huberman.
Cool.
Big names.
Yeah.
And I'm advocating for them.
Go get them.
I know. So that's what I'm working for, putting it out into the universe today.
Very cool.
And then we're also going to have solo episodes with Julie, not instead of a podcast with a guest, but in addition to. So stay tuned for the little shot of confidence that we're going to be doing on Thursdays. And we are going to broadcast the podcast also to YouTube. So if you want to watch us, you can.
Yes, that's coming soon.
So that's about it. And I can't wait to see what other amazing things are happening.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I'm excited for this new year.
Me too.
I'm excited for tonight.
You are? Are you going to stay awake?
Yourself? I'm going to try my best.
Okay.
And then have a good time tonight. Hey, everyone out there, be safe tonight. Have a great time.
Envision who you want to be in 2024.
Absolutely.
And go after that. Because the concept of who you want to become is the most powerful thing that you can create in your life. Because time is going to go by anyway. And you think that you don't change, but I can guarantee you that you're not the same person that you were 10 years ago. So if you want to become something better, different, or there's something you want in your life, decide who will it take to be the person that does that. So I encourage you to do that. And overall, my friends, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to share this episode with someone that you feel may appreciate it. Make sure that you write us a review if you haven't done so yet. We would really appreciate it because that helps other people find the podcast. And we have a wealth of individuals who have shared so much wisdom with us that I know that they're changing the world with our message. And we hope that we can continue to bring that message to the people that need it. So if you have appreciated the show, please definitely write us a review, share it, subscribe if you haven't done so. And we promise you that we will continue to bring you uplifting, fun, useful information that can help you in your journey to go confidently in the direction of your dreams.
And in this upcoming year, I encourage you all to leave every person, place, and this planet better than you found it.
That's right. And we are going to venture together into a new year and new us.
Thanks for listening to Casa de Confidence. We thank you for listening. And if you want more, go to casadeconfidencepod.com. Check Julie out on her socials as Julie DeLucca-Collins. And you can also check out her website at goconfidentlycoaching.com. Have a great week, and don't forget, go confidently in the direction of your dreams.
Hi, everybody. I know that sometimes we get very lonely in this entrepreneur journey, and I want to invite you to join us into our limited time only Purposeful You Mastermind. For many of us entrepreneurs, we believe that we can do it all, but the reality is that doing it alone only creates a lot of overwhelm. So join us at the Purposeful You Mastermind. You can find out more information by going to bit.ly/Julie's Mastermind. This is going to be the place where you are able to then unlock your full potential and achieve long-term success for your business, push you behind your current limits, expand your connections, discover new ideas, and implement them with confidence. You're going to get the support in all aspects and transforming you to the six-figure business you've been looking for. Pause and get off the hamster wheel. If you've been spinning around, this is a time where you can get that support from like-minded entrepreneurs that are here to join you in your journey. Together, we can challenge the assumptions and land the speaking engagements and opportunities we want to grow our business and make an impact in the lives of people. See you then. Remember, you can find the mastermind at bit.ly, Julie's Mastermind.